Scott, is there a touch of the Ange Postecoglou's here? Because I remember Celtic fans weren't overwhelmingly impressed by that appointment. They'd expected Eddie Howe to come up from down south. It didn't happen. Celtic were very quick in appointing Ange Postecoglou, but it didn't come with much of a fanfare, that appointment. And I think there was some Celtic supporters that felt a bit shortchanged by it, and I don't think they were very happy. And he didn't start brilliantly, but the Celtic supporters did buy into him quickly enough. And I think Russell Martin's going to have to do something similar. I think he's going to have to, whether it's a style of play, whatever it is, I think he's going to have to get plugged into the Rangers support and get them to come with him. Otherwise, it's going to be a really difficult start to the season for him.
I totally agree, Jacko. And I think he might do that because if you listen to how he wants this Rangers team to play, I do think it's encouraging. I think it's what Rangers need. This aggressive, with and without the ball, this urgency, pressing, smothering teams in their own half, dominating games, this a lack of transitions that he spoke about today, where too many Rangers games last season especially turned into basketball games. That can't happen. So he can do a Postecoglou. It's possible. But what was one of the key things that Ange got right? It was his recruitment right away. The recruitment worked. And it takes me on to what I was going to say next. You touched on the start that Russell Martin might make, and if he'll be under pressure. I think Kevin Thelwell's going to be under big pressure early on, which might sound daft for a sporting director just coming into a new job. But such is the need for a total change in the recruitment strategy and just better recruitment in terms of better players, better quality, better value coming in. I think this guy's under big pressure. He's obviously had a major part in choosing Russell Martin. He said today Martin was the outstanding candidate. He's the perfect fit for Rangers. If it doesn't go well, I think he'll be under almost as much pressure as the manager. And the first few signings, you think of Ange, getting, I don't know if memory serves me right, but I'm thinking of guys like Joe Hart and Kyogo and people like that coming in early doors and immediately hit the ground running at Celtic. Ange did have that wee sticky spell. I think it was lost 3 of his first 6. People thought Rangers were going to run away with the league again. I think Rangers, Gerrard's team might have been 6 points clear or whatever it was before Gerrard left. But you could see progress in the Ange team. You could see what he was trying to do. And it very quickly, if it was after 6 games, it quickly clicked into gear. Russell Martin's going to need something similar. This can't... It's all right, Andy saying, there'll be a period of grace and that, and we accept that it's going to take time to implement. But Russell Martin said it himself today. He has to be winning while he's building.
Yeah.
And that is exactly right. While he's trying to implement different things and a different style and change the whole culture at Rangers on the park and off it, he still has to be winning games by hook or by crook.
Yeah, because the rest of it won't matter. You're absolutely right. I mean, look, a good comment here from John Curry. Big Ange has a record of winning, Martin has a record of losing, and that's a fair point because, whatever misgivings Celtic supporters might have had when Ange Postecoglou came in, if they looked at his back catalogue, they saw a guy with a history of success. And Russell Martin can't point to that, Andy. Is that an area of concern, that he's not a proven winner?
Well, I think what he tried to point that out, tried to correct that kind of narrative earlier today when he was, what's relative? When he came in, he took over an MK Dons team in November 2019, I think it was. They were third bottom. They were in the relegation spot. So what's success to him? Well, survival. When he did that, okay, only moved them up a couple of places before the season got called because of COVID, but he kept them up. That was his job that year, was to keep them up. The next year, he has them finishing 13th. So again, it's all relative. Goes to Swansea, a team that's just the squad was absolutely gutted that summer. He moves. I think it was 2021. All the loan players leaving. Has to rebuild a squad. I think you only get 6. Yeah, I was right. He only arrived 6 days before the start of the season, and a lot of people are panicking now that he's only arrived 2 weeks before pre-season starts here. He arrived 6 days before the start of the league season at Swansea. And I think that the people I spoke to down there said that kind of, you can see that because of this highly structured style of football we had. Obviously, that takes a lot of time in the training ground to get that sort of drilled into the players, and they kind of struggled that first season. But 15th again in the next season, finishes 10th, comfortably mid-table, gets a gig at Southampton. What's relative to them is promotion. They want promotion. He does that. So, listen, I think you can point he's not getting the silverware, but you know, I mean, I don't want to downplay Ange Postecoglou's previous achievements, but is winning an A-League title or winning in Japan comparable to taking a team into the Premier League? I'm not sure if you can draw that comparison. But listen, what he's done is I think what he would say, up until his stint in the Premier League, he's improved himself, improved the clubs he's been at year on year. Yeah, he's okay. He's not finished at the top of the podium yet, but year on year, up until that 6 month stint, 5 month stint in the Premier League, where things went wrong, but he'll say it's been a learning process for him. The proof's going to be in the pudding out Ibrox.